Okay, abusuaba makwaba sonko so edeba Ghana politics avenue so. There is much interesting moments ahead. Abusuya samba kaya Sky Train scandal bi by $2 million bi by abusuya Attorney General Eddie Honsem Ebabetu dwa Prof.Ameyaw Akumfi ono ene the man behind that $2 million Sky Train scandal no na busia Attorney General Eddie ne kopie mu ewo court ama sisi ano ono ankasa na ampo no onim se da no bedem na ye da sore ya ye hu se Professor Ameyaw Akumfi ne lawyer akọ Supreme Court akọ file motion the best topic case no all because of say as a case no they are in a hurry. Now we na assembly is see Supreme Court no abusuya time a lawyer ne file is a motion no or the PM court na judges for na catch and say na momo sanso wa akokodro say mo betumi asanso file motion e de abayanim ma mo hwe boni a mo de adi omaya Professor Ameyaw Akumfi no ono cramp no ye prosecuting na jail no abutua enti the judges for no de omo anhwe Professor Ameyaw Akumfi anim kra omo say omo ba be prosecute no omo jail because $2 million Sky Train no ono ankasa no wa accept to say like oye guilty on that scandal. Abusuya Kevin Taylor ede honsem ababetuja. Momi yenko na yenkonko tie ensema Kevin Taylor ede etuja. Na subscribe Ghana Politics Avenue. Ne like ne share ma afofronso ensa into me enkabi. Medamase.
Today, sorry. I'm not there yet. Sky Train. King. There's something called Sky Train. In fact, I know you are thinking Ghana is such a developed country. They have a Sky Train. Really? So, King, this is what's happening. Now, the NPP government that left office recently, it was actually led by the tortoise, Akuffo, the one you met, that little round thing. And then the Agama lizard called Bawumia. His wife is Simere. And then they have this guy called Kennedy Japan. He's also another buffon who thinks everything is about I have this, I have that. They have another criminal called Brady Champon and also some other guys who cannot even put on a tie. It's called Kentry. These are all people who were playing active role in the past government. In fact, when you hear about SkyTrain, Chief King, Your Highness, it's got to do with the NPP government at a point in our history. They told us they were going to build Sky Trains around the nation. In fact, they told us that they were going to make sure the country is filled with Sky Train to the point where we will not be driving again. We will all be running in the sky through Sky Trains. Now, it was a lie, Your Highness. They lied to us. Because, you see, this political party, in fact, you are actually in their hometown, the Ashanti region. That's where they actually formed the party. The person who raised money or titini mo rim elezon nilons or titini mo rim. He has any kind of French. His name is Bafo Akoto. He has a son. He looks like Mickey Mouse. That guy is the guy who actually raised £700 to form this animals kingdom called the NPP. These guys actually told us that they were going to take so much taxes from us, and at the end of the day, they will be building Sky Trains around the nation. We got to know at the end of the day, after 8 years, that it was a lie, it was a scam. They actually stole from us. They used the Sky Train as a conduit. They actually used it as a cash cow. They used the Sky Train project to take over $2 million from we poor Ghanaians. In fact, what you saw on the street of Ghana today, on the street of Kumasi, is not the real Kumasi. I will take you to Aswasi. I'll take you to Ashtown. I'll take you to areas where you can see the real Kumasi. PZ, inside PZ, that is the real Kumasi. But where you were driving through are places that we have actually cleaned, designed for you to think that you are in a town where everything looks rosary and beautiful. That's not how it is. It does not look like that on a normal day. On a normal day, we shit around, we pee around, we are throwing trash around, we are doing tag. That's how we live. So the 4 days you are with us there, it is in Sheswa. You are in Sheswa. You are in fact depressing us. But you are a king, so we will take it like that. The king, we are going to suffer off. So, King, this criminal, his name is Prof.Ameyaw Akumfi. He led the pack to steal from Ghana. Now, the Attorney General of Ghana has arraigned him before court. He is supposed to cough up or shit out the $2 million. At a point, he told us he was so sick that he could not even breathe. We told him to pee before coming to court. He said no, because he drinks a lot of pito. King, do you know pito? It is P-I-T-O. It is made from ayuo. Do you know ayuo? It is called millet. Now, this man is pretending to be sick. He is not. He's a criminal. Look at his face. You might think he's a smart man. He's a very dangerous man. Now, the Attorney General today basically put a document together, filed a case against this guy and some other people who were involved in duping Ghanaians. Today we went to court, Your King, Your Highness, with all due respect. This man and his lawyer, who also looks like, do you know the bird they call Achim police? It is the Achim police. You know the Achim police? The scientific name is round cruelty shit pea. I'd say it's like goat shit. You know how goat shit looks, you know, they look like, you know, some kind of pebbles and stuff. It's called cruel goat shit bed. That's what we call Achim police. His name is Atachia. And then the video he was the Asamaba. Yeah, sure, but Kashi, and all the Asamaba, yeah, French, yeah, Brofo. They also be a kind of Brofos actually. And no idea, no. So this guy, his lawyer is called Atachia. Yes, the matching bed. Now, lawyers of Prof.Ameyaw Akumfi filed motion to stop criminal case describing it as premature, seek Supreme Court review. Now, Atachia and the lawyers, Prof.Ameyaw Akumfi, $2 million or Omuya Omudi, you know. And the Attorney General the Omako Court say Prof.Ameyaw Akumfi eyano or the charge be abo papa we adanse for and now witnesses are sebio omuna omoba can some Ghana for say na ye hobby and a papa we bo krono. And the Prof.Ameyaw Akumfi papa penyi ya sebio and the yachina sidina kojina court no or say asam no Attorney General ni pia asam no ntam do on ten ho ase into okọ court okopen chiremu. So this guy, this old criminal, is now telling us that he doesn't want the proceedings to go on. In fact, there are some things that he's not clear about. He really needs understanding, breakdown, and clarification. So in the first 2 weeks of this case, he has decided to go to the Supreme Court to ask for a review. A review on what? Now, more PZ, Nini said, Professor Ameyaw Akumfi and the lawyer Atachia. Attaching obi anim the first car o use as a Bentley a otwi no onim say Bentley no a Chrono Bentley no otwi onim. And professor say the lawyers emphasize them in Supreme Court asem yetena so nduru bosome ye nyampon to professor ano adansefo a Attorney General afọmo a omo ba betena dakem aka say ampa 2 million we DB na me wo ho mensa hyase no adansefo no kura nyankasa ye enso eye MPP ni we friend of Mr. Akumfi ne lawyer your friend Atachia eka kire say and then almost asem no enimeni na afono mo omo ntinyo me bi ase nti omo ko Supreme Court na Supreme Court akire nyoma bim akire omo so ya Ghana ni ama men kan kire de omo pese omo ye Professor Ameyaw Akumfi onim say akire so 6 months obeko jail akire so we delay case no why ye comedies why boss slow why boss last year Professor Ameyaw Akumfi nim say wako de nima 6 months pepepe obeko fiase akowu na de omo ye nyina e delay tactics sa papa we onim so abokro no or share the witnesses na Attorney General align up oba betoto oma no na Professor Ameyaw Akumfi ne lawyer Atachia the matching bed omo nim say eye den a Professor Ameyaw Akumfi yen kan sem ni wie no asem we ohwe se ne etie na ne kan enche kura papa we ni the lawyer omunim say asem we yetenase na ye ka 6 months endi papa we obekwa ko wu efiase enti de ompese mo ye nyina ne say omo pese omo twe asem na se omo pese omo drag asem no omo pese omo mane ye te say asem no obi tata omo. This is what we call 100% delay tactics. They are just delaying the case. They know the Supreme Court from the asem kono they don't have any case going to Supreme Court for review. Asem no kwa ye nyantenase asem no kwa ye nyantoto wo ma no asem no kwa mpo no omo Attorney General achi omo so omo be ya dansefo no kwa no omo nyankwa adakam wo so wonte ho ase die na wonte ho ase anka me yantenase Me an start yasem no, me an start nka, na ka say we de me hu ye, we de aso be kan no ye bu afa me so, we de I so be twema fam. Ye nyantena simpon dwudwa asem no papa we say I and the Oko Supreme Court up a review. Na me na committee Supreme Court wa anka review ni ndru na me di nka di asem na wie. Say ko Jimmy ko no a. Me nka mo Supreme Court wa anka review no kranka endru ho. And I just want to tell the Chief Justice, say, this is a case Ghanaians we are very interested in. We are very interested in this case. Offer the seriousness and the urgency bia enkasa review we hu. There are some we bedru court, Supreme Court no omontena so no mudi this day na. I am pleading with the acting Chief Justice. I am pleading with him with all due respect. This matter, Akumfi lawyers say premature, describing the case as premature. No, say Ebedru Supreme Court a review. No, they should sit on it the same day and make sure they deal with it the same day. They need to finish everything the same day. With all due respect, I am not instructing the Supreme Court to do the MMP, but I am pleading with the Supreme Court to say we Ghanaians we are very, very interested in this matter. And we want this matter to move smoothly and quickly. We don't want to burden the court. Because recently, the judges who were all interviewed, their biggest problem was that there are a lot of backlogs. There are a lot of cases at a good Supreme Court. We don't want the Supreme Court to be piling cases. So with all due respect, with all the urgency, we want the Supreme Court to sit on this case the same day it will come and complete the case the same day. We want the Supreme Court to give this case special attention, special urgency. We want this case to come back to the High Court to deal with it. Because right now, they will try and delay the case. You call Supreme Court for interpretation. You call Supreme Court for review. You call Supreme Court for maintenance. What the Supreme Court needs to do for us, we Ghanaians, we are pleading, is for the Supreme Court to be as quick. The Supreme Court should be as efficient as possible. Anytime a political case at a free court, Attorney General prosecutor be the Supreme Court, we, with all due respect, we will plead with the Supreme Court to make sure at least 72 hours that case has been dealt with and cleared from the Supreme Court. And I expect this case to go through the same process. What is the word review? Review of what? Or say, a motion to stop criminal case, describing it as premature. So they are seeking for review. Me person be busa MPP for review. No, does it mean say omo court ako cancel and I say almost akosha asem no kwasi afo. Because the same people, these same fools told us review means cancel. We were in this country, and an MPP for emun kokura, emun kwara, emun mrewa, emun besiwa, emu abeifo. Because of politics, because of power, they told us a review means cancel. So we want to ask, the review that you people are seeking, is it to cancel the case or is to review the case? Until you people explain what review into Addo journalists for you are seeking for review. What do you mean by review? Can you explain review to us? Can you define what review is? Those who will be sitting on radio and TV tomorrow to discuss this matter, you, the journalists, when the MPP people come to sit before you, first ask them, can you please define review? Let that MPP communicator, that MPP fool, no, Busan say, please, can you define what review means? We want the understanding of review before we even go into discussing this matter. In the MPP before, we want to know what is review? Because Prof.Ameyaw Akumfi is going to the Supreme Court to seek review. Now, seeking the court, seeking for review, we want to know the reason, the meaning of review. Because see a catch them. Enti me pamocha ochina anopa amo betena TV so na mo bobom kwasi atai no na mo betena propaganda amo ba amo say oh yes are you an MPP communicator? Yes, we are going to defend MPP. So thank you. We have this story. Prof.Ameyaw Akumfi is saying that the case before the High Court, they think that it is premature and that they are going to the Supreme Court to seek review. As an MPP communicator, can you explain or define what review means to us? And first put this question to the communicator, and after that, you go on to the substantive issue. ɛhɔ na bɛhu sɛ MPP for yɛn kwasiafoɔ ɔmo bɛka kyerɛ sɛ the way a Akuffo Addo review ase ɛne Bawumia review ase no ɔno communicator no te ase different ɛhɔ na bɛhu sɛ ɔmo yɛ nkwasia ɔmo yɛ mmoa. That is where you see say MPP for mo Jimmy. Me say ochina mo journalists for na morning show no so no mu say they should give you the meaning of review. Mo wi answer na mo buso mo question way. Sa communicator Rebecca just say that is his personal understanding of review. Into obed disassociating him every the MPP party nim. Obed disassociating him every Akuffo Addo. Obed disassociating him every Bawumia. Obed disassociating him every Kennedy. Obed disassociating him party no because at that moment we want a party and for party. Tomorrow put them on the spotlight. So tomorrow, put them on the spotlight. Ask them questions. Let them break this down. As some of catch our gun and say, a year training, no, omo communicators, nebi nie.
Is there no Cassie? Who is that not Dr. Akuffo Addo Akroma? Ye building train and nothing social. Seriously. Ye building train nothing social. Table face social deshe. Among Europe, UK, Holland, I don't mean. Friends from near the Enchakra. Then another difference was no, but we also about friends who say, dear Quan.
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yes, yes. Yeah.
From London to France.
Me no can see I can't know me. Ah, yes, a company shows on yes, a more plane, you know, I train no. A bit of South Africa, Enchakra. Ah, from Kumasi to Accra, you use 1 hour 30 minutes. If I put my trip Kumasi, I had Juma Accra. That is the plan. I ask a contract, you know, Masha say manufacture trains near the Babyssion. Next year, Kumasi the only flat carbon, a show. These are things I because
I for when it's now 8 years. He seemed to be a channel. I said tough fre. He seemed to be a channel. The whole phone, the new thing. No time. Politics no you and fan home. So better throw us say Ghana. Obey. Now the question you want to me radio. Na yeti asantimem ni etie nkwasi asem na impunti oboye na Jimmy fo monchene nyankwan monchene mfa ne nyankwan na muku otwen na yeku otwen na aboa we ni nam ho monchi akwa we nkuni mfa ne nyankwan na mugu nwure mu se yekoku otwen abewe na akwa we oto no one otwen wana foso won so at least otwen de onam edukrom owe ahaban na wogya ne nan na eye den eye seat na wodi yem no na eno so afifi Jimmy knew where and he sued said tata free. Na oti radio so. Deche santima muntie. MPP na asumame. Na ye de Jimmy tie kwasi asam. Deche. Bawumia de namunsuo so no. Na Akuffo de namunsuo ase. Insuo be na mo de sky train ni fam de ababedru Kumase. Na ye nya asantini ti Kumase na wagye di. Na kwasi ampa yi weti ase. Na ye ku otwen. Ya bo twintuo de ayen kwan na akwa we da won nam Ghana say make asama MPP onam ho yemfa ne nyankwan yemfa ne ngufufuo so na Ghana na yetene fa so be na wo so Jimmy for we nurse or national service or national health insurance card na otwin ni national health insurance card akwa we nam wo say me dem national health insurance card ka Bawumia me kona Kevin Taylor taxes no tuere de ahwe no John Mahama de Mahama care saba na saa foto do sika ni bi kwasi ampanyi wonya akwayare ani akotam bi de ahwe no na otwen nam krom enam wuram ya otwen ni health insurance card na akwa wo health insurance card. Now let me read what Prof.Ameyaw Akumfi is seeking. Sa review no say open no Oko Supreme Court. Let me read it. Na me nchiro. My team na see me reading trial. I'm reading this here. Almost say he wants the trial paused until a key legal issue is resolved. Person say no trial no be koso. Atachia any lawyer. Almost say a trial na e koso court no. Person ye be koso. Adentira. Person nyome bi omo helmo kwasiafo. Nyome bi helmo. Inti sa nyoma no say yan ni anka sa nyoma na mo a. Ma trial ne koso. Dan kwasiafo National Health Insurance Card in Ghana. Almost say one. He is questioning whether parts of the law being used against him are unconstitutional, particularly because they might violate the right to a fair trial. Or say, eye mmara no de Attorney General ejina so ede ebu no ede mmara no ede ebu no fo no sebio o se mmara no de Attorney General ejina so ede na gina court am ye di na asem no o se sa mmara no ono ohu ne se sa mmara na ni mmram. Or say he is questioning whether part of the law being used against him are unconstitutional. Or see, Embrana Attorney General ejina so no or person obuso or say Embrani bino asem na ojina no biso no sa Embrani bino ojina so emu bino ohun ne say sebio eye ewo mremu ana say ni mremu otwen na lawyer na odi wechi ojina ya den ade na on kan je high court judge no say sa mra we unkotu o court on kan say nyamra inti wenti na yenja asam no fanto na on court Supreme Court na omo kaka nchen say e wo mrem ana say di mrem na omo kwase ansa mra ne ntwen omo. 2 or say he is asking the Supreme Court to interpret the Constitution to decide whether those parts of the law should apply at all. Or say adikudientia or seeking for that review say or person busa Supreme Court say emrana Attorney General ejina so de abu an fo no samra no anase ojina so ede na gina eye den eye court enim no samra no Supreme Court enhwe se samra no eye emra na se enye mra. I say wabodam I say onim nyansa I say Ghana net no sa MPP for we omo ego, the sense of entitlement, the foolishness na ewura roof mu no, they just don't respect anybody. So this is the reason why yenyina yenjai ono ofilise we no ntia senti yanko Supreme Court mra na nkwasiafo we nam Ghana na yeku otwen. Point 4. He believed that charges are being rushed and the legal foundation isn't solid. Or see ohun say eye kwedu na ye de abono no kwedu no Attorney General oye ntem dodo na sa Attorney General oye ntem so oye ntem and so be mistakes and it goes in your favor. Attorney General, whether he goes slow or he goes fast, it is not your problem. Your problem is that if the Attorney General is trying to bend the law, now if Attorney General decides to go fast or slow, it is up to your legal team to look for the loopholes. So Attorney General go fast, that's all your mistakes, sir. Your legal team should take advantage of Attorney General going too fast for you to, at the end of the day, make your case. And if even the Attorney General is going too fast, it should be in your favor, because then you can expect to say the Attorney General will make mistakes. Then you can actually capitalize on the things the Attorney General will oversee, and the things that will escape the Attorney General. So legal team in Nyansa, they will be happy to say Attorney General is doing things fast or rushing through the case, because the probability say rushing through case obey a mistake, ama the opponent take advantage of your mistakes is high. So why is your lawyer saying say we should go for interpretation? Because I'm in no court now say rush case now. I am happy so about rush case because the probability is obey mistake, it is high. And when you make a mistake, my legal team will take advantage of that mistake. So why are you worried? How the Attorney General will take up the case, how fast or slow, it is not your problem. It is the Attorney General's problem. You don't decide the pace Attorney General should go. You don't decide whether Attorney General should go slow or Attorney General should go fast. Your job is to defend yourself. Your job is to wait for the Attorney General to level allegations against you. Your job is to make sure that you make your case. At the end of the day, the judge and the jury sitting there will say you are not guilty. So whether he goes slow or fast, it is not your problem. Your job here is to look at the evidence and make your case. Look at what Attorney General is providing and then make your case. Make your case to prove to the court to say whether he's rushing or not rushing, you are not guilty of what he's alleging. How can you say Sadia went to Supreme Court, bodam? Wait, Jimmy. And this is just all anytime I to the Supreme Court, with all due respect to the acting Chief Justice, this case should not spend 2 hours in the Supreme Court. They just want to waste our time. They want to just distract the Attorney General. They know that they have committed a crime. They know they will go to jail. Point number 5. If the Supreme Court agrees with him, it could affect how similar cases are handled going forward. In terms say, in terms kono, omo bompire say Supreme Court ebeji omasem na tum na asam no tuma na say criminal cases na ebani nyina no omo nyina betume gina no so e dey defend omo kwasea. This is where we are as a nation. Sa asem we, sa die we, an ordinary teacher ni an ordinary civil servant and anka attorney general ekonya asem wetia no and anka de akogina court anka obia empinimpo say on trust ankwasesem so the Supreme Court kebe jeli no Ameyaw Akumfi MP before mo so omo special human beings omo say enisa Ghana mra ne omo di enitina kanofura atakwa champagne na betina America omra na omo kire say onya kromfo no so oma the same thing na Ameyaw Akumfi ne ye enitina make check Ghana for say Bonia MPP for abo. Enkwasiadia MPP for ayeno. What is going to happen is say it's not just going to take 4 years to solve it all. Your nipa bebre osi gum. It will take about 40 years because Bronin is Dawson. And John Mahama cannot use just 4 years to make sure all these people are cleared out of the system. Into 4 years there, some of you say 4 years now. Bonia debo uno and nothing. Hey, Mama can be binjo. What you are seeing today from the Attorney General or hearing from the Attorney General today, and in your mouth, Martino, it is 1% of the damage they have done to you. Uni Bonia MPP Fwedi. Uni Bonia MPP Fwedi. Uni Dieba. Dieba de Samunyanteshi. What is coming is bigger than what you are seeing. Sky Train, say Nkwara. NH, National Health National Service, Nkwara. Edian. Na po bluegrass enkwara unim story ho unim boni ankofo we di I will say John Mahama for 4 years me say it take 40 years into ankofo we wie MPP for me say 40 years near the house AJ Liomo and they know in the next 10 years sa ankofo no di party na nim nyina ombewu no mu nyina ewu Akuffo Addo abanda that ahaban mo no te 10 years na Akuffo Addo ewu Fremo pari no wu Hakro Usu Adjuma no wu Osafmafo no wu Kenoforiata no wu 10 years na bam tim wu 10 years omo so omo di part we no mu nyina ewu inti damage na ebesi no omo ne omo boss akro no young people no they are the ones going to suffer inti if you know what I know anka sanyoma wu a obesre say Sky Train omo so omo court for review if you know the things I know Amanphobia yomu will no nam Ghana. Oma yomu will we. They know they will end up in jail. They are not coming back home. Amanphobia tromo will no nam Ghana. There are some people in Ghana today. Majority of Omoja Padi na omo tong. Jack. You have no idea. All right, yanko enim.
Okay, abusuan Kevin Taylor and I attend Kano. A Sky Train scandal ho and some and I go so at a bram. But I must say some Japan cocotiza and some way at my Ghana politics avenue. So unsubscribe, subscribe, like and I share my Afro so answer into me and can be. And don't forget to click on the notification bell. So any updates be able drop piano. Monso monsa a bit to me aka. Bedamase.